welcome to No Enemies Here, the show, the only show where you're gonna hear this. If you're gonna buy a Putin or a Putin, don't buy with your eyes. Always get a small one, get a regular one. Don't get one with bacon or an Italian poutine or smoked meat poutine. Get a regular one. Get a small one. And usually small ones are pretty big. And you're gonna eat it. And then you're gonna feel like I do right now. It's stuck right here. You know what I'm saying? Right here. So welcome to the show. We have a few, what do you call them, for God's sakes? I always keep forgetting. A few people who sent their videos, that's all I can think of. And we have a full and rich show. Also, we have the GMT January update, which I'm gonna do right now. So without further ado, let's get into the GMT update. Here we go with the monthly update, January 2023 of the GMT Enterprise. Let's get right into it here. Let's get into the new P500 editions, or maybe not. Let's not do that. Let's check out which is on the P500 edition. It's The Voyage of the Pandora Away Team. Let me read you a little bit of what's going on. Away Team is John Butterfield's epic space adventure and exploration game. It has garnered over 1,500 P500 orders in just 2 months. John Butterfield, you know what I'm saying? Making it one of the fastest rising P500 titles in our history. And that's the history that matters to us. Thanks to all of you who have supported John, his team, and GMT with your pre-order dates. They continue by saying, I know many of you want to know more about this game that has created such a stir in our community, and especially among those who love the good science fiction adventure. Remember, like John, Mark Herman's game, John something, for God's sake. And the Creature that ate Sheboygan, and Starship Troopers. It's coming back. It's all coming back, you know? So it says, this weekend, John did an interview with Bart, the Chief, on bonding with board games and RPGs, in which he shared and showed a lot of detail about Away Team gameplay. Hopefully, this hour of history, insights, and game details will give you a more in-depth look of what the hey is going on. So check it out on Bart's channel, which is Bonding with Board Games and RPGs. Also, Red Flag Over Paris, second printing. There's a new print and play variant for Red Flag Over Paris, and I did an interview with Fred in which he speaks about this. Please check it out. Artist Donald Hegarty and designer Fred Serval.
And I'm Grant.
have released a free expansion, free, for Red Flag Over Paris to celebrate the game's recent CSR and San Diego HistCon awards. The expansion contains 2 elements. First is the censorship variant, which works with the base game, providing more control to the player over the hands and new layer of decision-making around whether to take the initiative. It also significantly decreases the odds of drawing a hand of only 1 up strategy card. Fred's always thinking, man. Second is a set of 10 new strategy cards covering events and people left aside in the original design. Those new cards add even more historical flavor and some variability for experienced player. Now it's available on the BGG for print and play. You can click the link if you go onto their site, not the link here. And also included in the number 37 issue of C3I magazine. Look at that, Roger's always thinking, huh? So, I did an interview with Fred. I really got into the history of this quite a bit after our interview. I read some history on it, and I was blown away at 1, how not long ago this was, and 2, that this happened in Paris. What can I tell you? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Also, GMT would like to congratulate to all the team members of our CSR winners. CSR award winners. If you haven't seen the CSRs, check it out. It's on my channel. So it's Atlantic Chase, Jeremy M. White, Bayonets and Tomahawks. That is Mac Rodrigue. Red Flag Over Paris, Fred Serval, and Storm Above the Reich. Jeremy White, again, have won the 2021 Charles S. Roberts Awards. Congrats to Jerry, Mark, Fred, Antonis, and Mark Simonich, and the rest of the development team for these games. The exact awards, you know what, let me list them here. Atlantic Chase won for Wargame of the Year, Best World War II Era Board War Game, Best Solitaire or Cooperative Board War Game, Best Board War Game Playing Components, and Best Board Game Rules, which I totally agree with. Bayonets and Tomahawks, Best Early Gunpowder Board War Game, obviously, Best Board Wargame Map Graphics, and New Designer Award for our Quebecer, Marc Rodrigue, which is the Charles S. Roberts Awards. Red Flag Over Paris won for Early Gunpowder and also Wargame Map Graphics. The artist was Marc Rodrigue. And what am I saying here? I'm all messed up. Red Flag Over Paris won for Best Late Gunpowder to Pre-World War I Board Game. Forget what I just said about Marc Rodrigue, but he did the map graphics for Bayonets and Tomahawks. And Napoleon Atomics designer was Fred Serval. Storm Above the Reich, Best Cover Art by Antonis Karidis and Mark Simonich. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the CSRs, they're back, baby. They're back. Okay, let's get into a bit of the nitty-gritty here. Let's get into designer interviews. Okay, you can check out recent interviews on El Wargamero Novato. Interviews Jan de Villeneuve, designer of A Fading Star, it's in English and Spanish, and Chris Yannick, designer of Imperial Eagles, in English and in Spanish. On No Enemies Here, that's me, I have a video interview with none other than the legendary STUKAJOE, designer of Charioteer Matt Culkins, Fred Serval,
and I'm Grant.
Jerry White, Skies Over Britain. Lots of fun. I'm bonding with board games. Bart snatched John from me. John Butterfield Fleet, designer of Away Team. Plus the Player's Aid interview Fred Serval. on a Jest of Robin Hood, plus Morris Suckling, co-designer of Rebellion Britannia, and Enrico Acerbi, designer of Inferno. Look at all that. Look at all that on the GM thing, eh? Don't forget your swag. I gotta show you the swag. Some swag's pretty cool. You know, it's not always gonna be available. I mean, swag will be available, but not necessarily that swag. What do we got? Let's see here. Charging and shipping. Okay, so this is what's charging and shipping, and near future charging. All right, and shipping. So charging, it says current charges / shipments. They started shipping the following games yesterday. That is January 18. Banish the Snakes, Inferno, the Russian Campaign Deluxe 5th Edition, and the mounted map boards of said game. The next charge / shipment will be in early February, and it's going to be Battle of White Plains, Clash of Sovereign, Paths of Glory, I should say, Deluxe 2nd Edition, Sekigahara 5th Edition, plus The Last 100 Yards Volume 1 2nd printing. I'm telling you, some of these games are doing well. Why are they doing well? Because of people like us! Let's look at some new P500 editions, eh? We have, let me see here, Seljuk. This is a volume 6 in Volkorunke's Levy and Campaign. This is Volkorunke. Who is this guy? And it says it brings players into the challenges of medieval logistics and maneuver across Asia Minor during the clash between Orthodox Christians and Muslim power in the lead up to the climactic Battle of Manzikert. I'm thinking of the religion cults there. Anyways, players will assume the role of either the Eastern Romans or the Seljuk Turks as they seek to make their mark on this historical land, Asymmetric victory objectives and new and unique additions to the Levy and Campaign systems means a dynamic game of cat and mouse between these two great powers. And the game design is by Justin Facino, Paisan. Also, the supplement of the Next War, supplement number 4 of the Next War, which is designed by Mitchell Land, and the original design is Gene Billingsley. This supplement will contain rules for playing combined games, rules covering back-fitting new and or updated series rule to previous games, or just catching up the change in the order of battles, and changes in the order of battles, and new optional rules including limited PGMs, traffic jams, unit morale, and resiliency, and more. There's a new scenario for the Next War, Iran. It says requiring counters from the Next War Poland and Next War Vietnam, and 2 insurgency scenarios for Next War Iran. 1 counter sheet containing additional and updated counters, and SOP specifically for combined games, and an update SOP for using the alternate advanced game air system 2.0. So, you know what? Someone tell me what SOP is. Son of a poop! And talking about Next War Iran, designed by Mitchell Land, is a 6th game in the Next War series. It's unique in the series in that the allied player has to do the attacking while the non-allied player attempts to defend its territory against neo-imperial oppression. I love that. With a long logistical tale, few true allies in the region, and the menace of Iran's A2AD capabilities, reopening the straits is a tall order. You know what? A2AD? Someone tell me what that is too! Yeah, I think there was another one here. No, there was 3. Okay, let's go on to other sundry stuff that's on the page. There's a free print and play STUKAJOE style sequence of cards. I should say sequence of play card deck for Skies Above Britain. And look how quick that is. That's awesome. Co-designer Gina Willis has created a print and play sequence of play card deck for the game. For all of you who'd like to try out this print and play deck, you can download it free! Free! Enhance the game on GMT's website. To learn more about Skies Above Britain, check out my channel, and to order the game, visit the game page on GMT. I have to put that in, come on. Also, Fields of Fire, the Bulge Campaign After Action Report. Andrew Stead, one of the core members of our Field of Fire team, wrote a detailed, illustrated 4-part After Action Report at AAR, I know what that is, of mission number 6, the Bulge Campaign, on Inside GMT. Check them out in the links below, on the GMT page, not the links over here. Okay? What do you think? I got the technology to do that? I think I am. STUKAJOE? For God's sakes, man. What else we got? What else we got? Too much fun stuff here. Oh, playtesters. Help wanted on an ongoing basis. You want to be a playtester for some of these wicked games that are not yet out? So how do you know it's going to be wicked? Well, if it's got the name like Volkorunke, it's wicked, right? So use this section to let you know which our design team currently need testers, okay? So right now, they need testers for a Fading Star, and that's it. So testers can sign up on the GMT page. God, I'm talking too fast here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Let's look at some nice pictures that the GMT has on site. Plantagenet Cousins War for England? Plantagenet Cousins War for England. Is that what's going on? 1459-1485. This is a game designed by Francisco Gradaile or Gradiale. No, it's not Diale, it's Gradaile. Someone spelt it wrong maybe, because that's difficult for me to say in Italian. Maybe the guy's not Italian. You know what I'm saying? This is a Levian Campaign Series Volume 4. Let's look at Fred Serval, A Jest of Robin Hood map. Love the map. Love the map. Love the map. Also, this is the Plum Island horror components. Some of these components are like that. And look at that. Look at the bottom middle card. Herman's crazy. Bigfoot lives. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Looks like a fun game. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I've exhausted what I have to exhaust on the GMT January update.
Black Jay.
this is a quick Kilroy Goes Off the Shelf, updating what I did last week, because Dan wants to know. I started off with, on Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday, The Silver Bayonet, a war game of Napoleonic Gothic horror. This is an interesting miniature skirmish game. You supply the miniatures. Also covered Age of Galaxy, which this is a Space 4X game in a box, or tries to be a little Space 4X game in a box. A lot of gameplay in that box. Next covered an expansion for Warp's Edge. The expansion is called Anomaly. It's already put back in this box, so you can get it all in there. And this is a solo space combat game. Then went way back in time on Sanctuary Sunday. Went back to the 1830s with one of the original, actually not the original, but pretty doggone close, 18XX game. This is 1830, the game of railroads and robber barons, and talk a little bit about 18XX type game, which are economic train simulations. Continuing on Sanctuary Sunday, covered Hell's Kitchen. This is where Marvel goes to the unmatched universe. This is a real interesting skirmish game, well, miniatures, combat type game, kind of fun. Also covered Houdini versus the Genie, which is in the unmatched universe as well. I wonder who would win that. Actually, spoiler alert, played the game. My daughter beat me handily with the Genie. Then got into some heavier, crunchier stuff with Next War Poland. Did an unboxing and talked a little bit about the Next War series. This is from GMT. I want to thank them for that. And along with that came Next War Supplement number 3, or Series Supplement number 3, which mainly updates Next War Poland to the 2nd edition, which that was what's in that previous box. But it also goes into some new cyber warfare rules, and of course updates for some of the various other games in the series. Then went into Middle East with Fitna, Global War in the Middle East. This is a card-driven game of a little bit different type. It's point-to-point card-driven, but has some interesting mechanics and a little bit different take on war in the Middle East. Then I finished up with Coffee with Kilroy, How to Make War. This is a comprehensive guide to modern warfare from James F. Dunnigan. Yes, that James F. Dunnigan. So this is an interesting book. Cover a couple versions of this. So if you're in the mood for some coffee and want me to ramble on about how to make war, why don't you join me for that? Thanks all for stopping by. Check out the channel. Dan needs a video. Dan needs a video. Oh my God. Hey, cup of Joe. Well, I don't got time for coffee.
And here we go with the news. World War II Indy Nidel's fantastic channel has 4 videos out this week. That is in the last 7 days. Will France resist? This is a war against humanity episode, 12th of January 1944. Also a new episode called The 800-Day Siege. It is the 14th of January 1944. The other one was the 12th, if I said the 14th, because I heard 14th in my head. And it's time to liberate Leningrad. Also, a special episode on a documentary called The Partisan War Behind the Front Lines. And the last one called, this is on the 19th of January 1944, When the SS Go Too Far. Excuse me, War Against Humanity. Sometimes I didn't watch that one because it just, God, it's gonna freak me the freak out. On War Stories, part of the History Hit Network, where there is almost 500,000 subscribers. 4 videos this week. Cold War Espionage, the secret war between the CIA and the KGB. Also Korea, uncovering the hidden history of the forgotten war, Korea in color. For some reason, the Korean War really interests me because it's basically World War II addendum. I mean, extra. Like that's whatever. You know what I'm saying. Also, how did London survive the Blitz during World War II? Cities at war. And can normal people survive World War II's toughest military training? All this on War Stories. nepotism, the Fokker Circus pipe news. I review 2 beautiful pipe tobaccos, and it's 6 by GLP's, and again by GLP's Sparkplug. And I think I'm gonna have myself some Sparkplug tonight. The vampire that is Mark Felton of Mark Felton Productions. 2 videos this week. Nazi samurai, German World War II leaders, missing Japanese swords. Hitler, well, whatever. And the Himmler who died in Berlin in 1945. Alright. Didn't he die in 45? Committed suicide, pansy. Artie of ARDWULF'S Lair. 4 live videos. Everything you want to know about war games were free to ask with moi, Daniel Pancalzi. Also, Armchair Dragoons Digital Convention, a farewell happy hour. Plus, episode 107 of Counterclipping, The Best of Avalon Hill, Part 3, and episode 108 of Counterclipping, Unplayed Classics. This is upcoming, and it will be upcoming for the 23rd. 1/23/23. Oh, look at that. Really? 1/23/23. We're in the year 23. Oh no. On Legendary Tactics, 2 videos. Star Wars Rebelling reboxing using the Force. He's reboxing it. He's not unboxing it. He's reboxing it. Excuse me. Plus, how to win Terraforming Mars, the board game. You know what? Again, I'll say it. I hear this is a great game, and I'm yet to play it. Hissy Cat Studios. Love that name, Hissy Cat. Gettysburg 77, an unboxing. See, this makes sense to me. Hissy Cat. World War II Solitaire board game channel. There are 2 videos out, and both videos have the same, not content, but the same game. It's a playthrough of Patent's Best, episode 44 and 45. If you don't know how that weird board works in your tank, like your tank doesn't move, everything else moves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have to check it out. Check it out on World War II Solitaire board game channel. Hexes and Soldiers. 3 videos out. Up next, Battle of LAIR plus LAIR setting the table, and Epic LAIR turns 1 and 2. Turns 1 and 2. Excuse me. Do I have to say LAIR one more time? Come on! God's sakes, man. The Gentlemen of the Player's Aid, 4 videos out. Review of Attack on Cahokia, sorry, a game from THGC. I don't know what THGC is. I'm confused. Also unboxing Death in the Trenches from Compass Games, and a playthrough of Levé en Masse from Worthington Publishing. I was just holding that box in my hands. Plus unboxing Midway Solitaire from Decision Games. All this on the Player's Aid. Nangwaya, a paisan from the south, has 12 videos out this week. Kinsey Prep, we see a cat going down here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos on Der Weltkrieg. Man, you know, I was sent that game, or the game that ties them all, by Decision Games, I think. I don't know who that's made by. And they told me to keep it, but it was sent by mistake. And, I mean, this just looks like it's huge. Der Weltkrieg. Okay, plus he rambles, der ramble concerning Der Weltkrieg, and a video called Kinsey 2 and Sunday with Spence and Gable. For a little diversion. Respect. Jim Wozarski. 4 videos, one which was featured last week, the third probe into Bas de Moins. That's right, Bas de Moins. Bas de Moins. So, but when you say it, you say Bas de Moins, whatever. Operation Market Garden for Memoir 44 Overlord. And Barthart's Corner Overdrive for What a Tanker. And the third probe into Bas de Moins, there's that word again, part 2 for Chain of Command on Jim Wozarski's channel. Not to be outdone, ID Jester has 12 videos out, and that's 12 that could fit in a screenshot. And he looks at La Bataille de Ligny. 2 videos on Suburbia, Designer's Edition, plus Football second season, and Open the Box GMT Games order arrives from December 14th. The Valley of the Dead Kings Solo Defenders of the Realm Solo Glory Days Boxing 10-round bout, Evander Holyfield versus Larry Holmes. I go for Evander, and a live chat priming some miniatures to paint, plus The Hunters, a 1939 campaign patrol type 7BU 118, first patrol September 1939. Now, where does this guy get all the time? Kurt! Seriously? My God! Good for you, Kurt. The channel that is History Hustle, Montenegro during the First World War. You know, it's funny because the Second World War there's much more mechanized stuff, you know, but the First World War, man, did that change the world? Yeah, it did. Geographically wise, it just, I mean, what was it? The end of the Ottomans there, right there, goodbye. And Austria, goodbye. And the Habsburgs, goodbye. You know? But what do I know about World War I? What do I know about anything? For our Spanish viewers, Julius Fairfax looks at storm above the Reich. Huh? Jerry White, what a guy. What a guy. Dave of the Centurions Review has 4 videos out. He has a War Game Chat number 65, our favorite World War II tanks. You know, that's fun, because I got a favorite World War II tank, or a couple of favorites. I mean, I've always been into the Stug, and also the Jagdpanzer. Whatever. So Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes First Look. You try to say it. Plus Wargame Chat number 66, our favorite World War II airplanes. Mine's gotta be the... I like the Spitfire a lot. But the ME-262, man. Plus, a war game you can play with your kids. All this on Centurions Review. Look at my face. Okay, you always wanted to know, but you didn't really pursue the thing past the grannies, right? Celebrate Christmas with Julius Cappelletti. How you make Cappelletti? This woman is close to 100 years old. Watch her. If she doesn't know, you don't know. Plus, discover how panettone are made. Remember panettone? You go to a store and you see these cakes in a sort of dome-shaped box, and you wonder, what the hell? And they last you for centuries. How do you make panettone? There you go. I'm gonna watch it because I don't know how to make panettone. Plus, a 90-year-old Renata makes flatbreads called crescentine. Plus, 91-year-old Bonaria makes fregula pasta with clams. Fregula is basically, I think it's a Sardinian type pasta. It's pea-sized. That's all. Pasta's easy. Combat board games. Looking at Chaco War from Command Magazine number 12. Combat board games, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to buy his books. Charles Latorre, 8 videos. Prussians victorious, the Battle of Prague, 1757. Austrians wiped out. Game number 1 done. Fire and Movement magazine inventory. That's cool. Berserker Flying Buffalo Games, game number 2, end of turn 3. Cleaning rules as he goes along. Berserker, eh? Flying Buffalo Games. God, you know, whatever. And it was a double rainbow, both faded away, more showers in the wind, my phone mic sucks. And first ogre done, now for the next 80 plus vehicles, sometime this century. Ogre's fun. 2 game shelves, Naval, GMT, and Miscellaneous. Plus, Berserker, that ended quickly, Earth 1, Berserker 0. Thank God, we're safe. And another Berserker video, humans are now 2-0. How can I tell you? It's like the Habs, you know?
Howdy folks, it's Meandering Mike saying hello to Dan Penculdi and all you people watching know when he's here. This is the weekly update for my channel. As you can see here, I did a game giveaway that was in celebration of my 300th subscriber. We gave away a mystery game, and the winner was Roller 8. He should have received his game either today, we're filming this on Thursday night, or maybe tomorrow. Congratulations to Roller 8. As you can see, you won over there. That was the weekly update for Dan last week. And then past that, and here, there's 4. Well, no, there's actually more than that, because if we scroll, we can see we did a total of 6 gameplay videos for Britannia. So a lot of action going on there. If you like Sweep of History games, a very seminal game by Louis Pulsifer on the history of Britain, ranging from the Roman invasion all the way up to the Norman invasion. So check those out if you enjoy that kind of stuff. And up here we have one of my food storage videos, olives and peppers and pigeon peas. Oh my. If you haven't tried pigeon peas, well, maybe you should. Maybe you shouldn't. But if you are enjoying the food storage videos, check that out. We look at a number of different oddball things that you might want to consider for your food storage. So that's it for the week, folks. Keeping it short, and we're going to send this back to Dan Penculdi and the folks watching know when he's here. Ciao.
Thank you, Mike. Gamer Hudson has 2 videos out this week. OCS, Operational Combat Series, Blitzkrieg Legend, German Reaction Phase, and same thing, OCS, Blitzkrieg Legend, Arras Final Allied Breakthrough on Gamer Hudson. Tank Zone, 3 videos out, Armored Warfare, Tank Review and Setup Guide, plus Best Free Browser Strategy Games, the 10 Best Free Browser Strategy Games. Plus, 10,000 damage in 1 minute. Power of white phosphorus. ATGMs. Anti-tank GMs. Armored warfare. I don't know what the ATGMs. Anti-tank general mothers. On tank zone. These things just come to my mind. Hexed encountered 3 videos. And it's skies above Britain. 3 videos. It's I should say, the same content in 3 videos. The dogfight cycle, the bomber cycle part 1, and the bomber cycle part 2 on Hexed Encountered. Good channel, Box of Delights, 2 videos out. John Company's 2nd edition, Events in India. This is a tutorial, plus John Company's 2nd edition, 1758 solo on Box of Delights. Storm of Steel Wargaming, 4 videos out this week. PBI Rules Review, Storm of Steel Wargaming. Yes, that's his channel. I don't know what PBI is, but it is what it is. Plus, a Bench Report hobby update. Also, Root, Bloody Root. It's a review walkthrough. And building and painting plastic soldiers. Company Panzers 3s. Plastic Soldier Company, for God's sakes. Panzer 3s. See, my brain, it don't work normal. Cataclysm Now, 1 video. I think it was showcased last week, and it is Task Force by VUCA Simulations and why he acquired that game. Everything ASL on Tikanis' George Hiotis, I should say, on Hello's George Hiotis. George Hiotis, Tikanis. Advanced Squad Leader Tips and Tactics. Gun Duels. And this is Advanced Squad Leader, but I see Combat Commander. Or Squad Leader, I should say, with its 2 gamettes. Iron Cross and Crescendo of Doom, plus I see the ASL rulebook, but you know, yeah. Hey, take it easy. Watch a horror movie, probably a crappy horror movie. So, Path of Blood, Bailey Sarian, The Deal, and Butchers. Sometimes I, smoke a pipe, take it easy, have a little drinky poo. The Dusted Game Shelf. 3 videos, paint dramas, plus more splashing of paint around and some more secondhand observation games. Or some more secondhand observations, ... games. You see what I'm saying? Pushing Cardboard, 1 video. Prelude to Rebellion, an unboxing, and I think this is a Mac Poutre game, if I'm not mistaken. Another Quebecer. We're taking over the world, gents. Get used to it. Learn how to speak Quebecois. U-Boater 658. 4 videos out unboxing TRL games Die Festung Hamburg. Also, 3 videos on SPI's Battle for the Ardennes. Clairvaux turns 6 and 7, but he does Clairvaux German turn, Clairvaux US turn, that's turn 6, both of those, and turn 7 is the German turn. Zilla Blitz, 4 videos. He's on the road with Texas Event Complete truck game, plus World War II Rebuilder Sandbox mode. What is that? World War II Rebuilder? That sounds interesting. And Downfall of Empires, an unboxing by Do It Games. It's a World War I strategic board game. Plus SGS strategic game system Okinawa or series. World War II US against Japan. This is a PC war game. So SGS, Strategic Game Series, or I may be wrong. But that's why you come here, to get your news. Memoirs of World War II has a video of a 106-year-old World War II veteran that shares his story. This is Memoirs of World War II number 46. 106 years old. Juste Garde, 2 videos out. A New Arrival, Twilight Struggle, Red Sea Plus. Next War Poland, I should say, 2nd edition. These are both the GMT games. On Dave's Gaming Cave, 2 videos. Skies Above Britain Chapters 2 Patrol 5 and Chapter 2 Patrol 6. Both these videos are a little lengthy at 1 hour and 20 minutes approximately each, so there's a lot of information happening here. 6 Actual, More Rolling Thunder, Skyhawk, an unboxing by Legion War Games. Diagonal Move, 1 video, Salerno 43, a playthrough, turn 6. This is a Mark Simonich game published by GMT. The Board Game Chronicles, 2 videos talking about Mark Simonich. First look at Normandy 44, Mark Simonich GMT, and first look at Undaunted Stalingrad, that is David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin, I should say, game published by Osprey on the Board Game Chronicles. The Kings and Generals channel. How the Mafia helped the Allies in World War II. Yeah. And end of the Battle of Bunagona. This is a Pacific War documentary, is the fall of Sanananda of the 17th to the 24th of January 1943. Also the Battle of Kiev, Russian invasion of the Ukraine. Now this is happening right now, man. I mean, how much more freaked out you want to get? And this is half an hour of that, and it's a documentary on Kings and Generals. Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials, 3 videos out this week. An introduction to Command and Colors Ancients, Armchair Dragoon Digital Convention. Also, Introduction to Combat Commander Armchair Dragoon's Digital Convention. This is Combat Commander compared to the ancient ones. And Grant Takes Command Scenario number 2. Grant crosses the Rapidan. Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials. Castle Archon. James Says, Wizards, Dragons, and OGLs. Also, The Fantasy Trip in Tabletop Simulator. Check it out, Castle Archon. This is the man who takes care of Columbia Games. I think he's a salesman for Columbia Games. On Hex to Hex, 3 videos out. Veliki Luki, Part 1. And Clearing the Table. Plus Heath, or Heth, versus Getty in the Wilderness. This is an intro, and it looks like a pretty detailed game. On Hex to Hex. Wars of the World, we have 4 videos this week. When Japanese soldiers are captured, or when Japanese soldiers, 8 captured US pilots during World War II. You heard that right. When they ate them. Plus the Vietnam War, the 1st of November 1945 to the 30th of April 1975. This is a military documentary which I think I'm gonna watch. It's an hour and a half. Also the story of the STG-44, the birth of the assault rifle. This is a World War II German stamped machine gun. Plus the devastating 1967 USS Forrestal aircraft carrier fire. I didn't know about that, but this is very interesting. 252,000 subscribers on Wars of the World. Wojennik TV, 3 videos this week. And all 3 are for our Polish-speaking audience. Race to Moscow, an unboxing of 11, plus Apples to Apple, or Apples to Apples. I used to play that game when I used to work in a psychiatric center. So people don't get any ideas, to comment or whatever. On My Own Worst Enemy, 1 video, unboxing Plains Indian Wars. This is a John Paniski game, published by GMT. On the Tank Museum, 2 videos, Top 5 Tank, the MiG Jimenez ammo, and Tank Chats number 169, the Scimitar Mark 1 and Scimitar Mark 2. A scimitar, isn't that some sort of wicked sword or something? And the man who goes by the name of Jeff, 8 videos. He plays Frosthaven for 2 videos, then Europa Universalis for the rest of the videos, which are 6. So this is the Grand Campaign, and it's a playthrough with bots and without bots, if I'm not mistaken, on Jeff. ASL Scenario Archive, IR81, Liberating Bukovina. Please, someone let me know what IR81 is. Tony, of Tony's Board Life. We have 2 videos. Zulus on the Ramparts. This is an old Victory Point game. One of the first videos I saw STUKAJOE doing when he had glasses with a camera. And you know what? I love this game. Why? Nostalgia. Plus, Combat Volume Number 1, What's in the Box, 2nd printing on Tony's Board Life. The PBS voice of the wargaming world, the Oaken Night, checks out Stellar Horizons by Compass Games, a review of this epic game of human expansion into the solar system. Check this out, 32 minutes on the Oaken Night. That squishy guy, Rough Swordsman Wargamer, in his Open the Box segment on Not a Wargame Wednesday, he opens up Eldritch Horror Forsaken Lore, the expansion. I always like that cover. Plus, on his Open the Box GMT's Next War Poland 2nd edition, an unboxing on Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Mark Ruggerio's channel, Clark Commando 1983, so he does a video called January 14th, 2023, and Columbia Games Eurofront 2. Please go check out Mark Ruggerio's, it's a donation channel, I forget exactly what it is. It was on my show last week, but Mark Ruggerio and his wife are going through some medical issues and he needs our help. Please check it out. Little Wars TV, 1 video. Small scale gaming with Luke's Geek Gaming Scenics. On Little Wars TV. Jan Heineman Let's Play History has 8 videos out. 2 of them are on Suzerain. That's probably that. And 3 of them are on Vampire. And 2 of them are on Tales of Iron. And 1 of them is on Tales of Iron, but he doesn't have it there. So, yeah, 3 of them on Tales of Iron. On Let's Play History, Jan Heineman. Nice guy, Jan. The Hugh Hefner of War Games, Wardy Robe Plays World War II, 4 videos up. Man, we're spoiled here with Wardy Robe, 4 videos this week. A Fistful of Toes 3. This is a World War II learning game. Plus Ariete, TCS Attempt 1 aboard TCS Tactical Combat Series. And Atlantic Wall, an unboxing. Plus Fistful of Toes 3 Test Scenario World War II Turn number 1. Very short videos, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. The Professor Riccardo Mazzini in his mini war log, Warsaw 1920. The Professor Riccardo. Mo of Mo's Game Table has one video this week, 1812 War on the Great Lake Frontier from Compass Games. This is a preview. Mauro Faina for our Italian listeners, 4 videos this week. And I would say these are all from Gianni Zero Nero. He talks about Paths of Glory, looks at La Piattaforma. I don't know what that game is, but it's Paths of Glory. Plus he talks about Julius Caesar's Deluxe, the new game, The Great Battles of Julius Caesar, if I'm not mistaken, and also The Grand Battle of Julius Caesar. This is a book on Mauro Faina's channel. The Gaming Gang, 2 videos. Jeff of the Gaming Gang, that has been a long time. He's unboxing and a first look at Starship Captains, and unboxing and first look at Skies Above Britain, a Jeremy White and Gina Willis game. The History Doctor, Cody of the Discriminating Gamer, has 4 videos out. One called Verdant. Then Living Well is the Best Revenge. Looks like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Maybe not. Plus a preview of Kingdom Battles and Cryptozoology for Beginners. Let's get gross. The famous STUKAJOE, 3 videos this week. We're blessed. Arriving in Malaga. Also a walkthrough Malaga. And a walkthrough La Alhambra in Granada. Hey! STUKAJOE, man. Love the guy. The man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, has 8 videos. He does Votes for Women and Intro Parts 1, 2, and the final score, plus Lost Bit of Leipzig, and Votes for Women Rapid Review, plus Fields of Blood and other book discussions. And he starts off with Espinosa, number 1. Enrico Viglino, the chief of Bonding with Board Games, has 1 video. Don't get deterred, this was 10 days ago, one of them. So 1 video is an unboxing of artillery and air expansion for Assault. Red Horizon is a tactical game. Air Assault. My paisan from the south, Ontario, Gilbert Collins, 4 videos. Fallen Eagles, Waterloo 1, first edition, from HEXES, plus Nation in Arms, Sorting Problems or Sorting Solutions, and Nation in Arms re-edited by me to correct some misstatement in the original. We're honest people here, Canadians. Honest. GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer, 3 videos out. The Long Road Solo Part 2, a Mark Walker game, plus Whiskey Charlie, and The Long Road Solo Part 3, a game you can get from Flying Pig Games. Poindexter, Jay Hinton, that fantastic channel, Skies Above Britain, Chapter 1, Patrol 2 of 6, and check it out, I'm a pilot. James, or I should say Jay.
Up Front is the subject of this week's video on Seek Out and Play, as we explore the Japanese forces designed for 501 City Fight and 4. Based on an article in The General, volume number 26, issue number 5, the video covers a suggested setup for Japanese forces engaging in the city fight scenario. In addition to the suggested setup, a breakdown of how the soldiers and their weapons function within the scenario is included. You can use this as the basis for creating your own Japanese squad. Check out more videos on Upfront and the celebrated 501 City Fightin' 4 scenario on Seek Out and Play, and I will see you next Wednesday.
Another week, another show. 5 years of this, going on 6. This is actually my 6th year because it's 5 years I've been doing it, so I'm on my 6th year. It took me a long time to understand that. You know, like, we're in the year 1980, but we're in the 20th century. Freaked me out. I guess as I'm getting older, I don't know, my mental illness is getting softer, like my brains. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please be a supporter to this channel. It really, really helps, and help is what I need. Love doing this, love meeting the people. Actually, I just got an email from Gilbert Toastavin, and I got a FaceTime ring by Carl Kreider. And Carl, I have to apologize. I couldn't answer. I was in the middle of talking construction, of which I know nothing of, and telling my construction guy to put the light switch there, and then my wife says, "Why the hell did you do that for? I didn't want it there. Why didn't you keep it the way it was?" Because I just thought it was logical. My logic defies logic. And Carl, we'll get together, we'll smoke a pipe. That's I want to do that. And Gilbert, we'll smoke a pipe tomorrow. I mean, today. As you're watching this, I'm filming this Friday night. It is presently 8:03 p.m. Yes, see? Yes, see? And, yeah, man, Gilbert, have some good stories, huh? I mean, you know, I smoke with Carl, and Carl's a California guy. I think so are you, aren't you? No, you're not. Carl's a California guy, so he's laid back, and he's like, you know, I'm SoCal. SoCal. Thank you for all the contributors this week. Meandering Mike, Seek Out and Play, and... for God's sake. Kilroy, for God's sake. My consigliere. I forgot about my consigliere. Well, tonight's going to be a bit of a chill night. I'm going to pull a little bit of this. You know, this is a good morning bourbon. It's not a bourbon, really. It's a good morning whiskey. And I'm going to be check out my interview with Jeremy White. Hey, nice. I'm going to be interviewing next up Mac Rodrigue. After that, Jeff and Carla Holger of the Grand Prix and Apocalypse Road. And why do I keep forgetting the first game they've done? Bloody hell. It's a NASCAR game. Anyways, fun games, man. Let me tell you, okay? So Jeff and Carla Holger, I want to get in touch. Actually, on my other channel, I'm going to get in touch with the tobacconists of Samuel Gawith, of Gawith and Hogarth. Best tobacco house, best. After that, I wanted to interview Mark Simonich, but he's not comfortable in front of the camera. Hey, what can I tell you? I don't know. I know I've asked you who you want me to interview, or was that the other channel? Let me know who you want me to interview. This is going to be after Matt Rodrigue and after Jeff and Carla Holger. I'm trying to get in touch with Mike Worthington Publishing. What's his name, for God's sake, man? Worley. Is it? I God, I forget completely. Worthington Games, yeah. I don't know. Also, let me know who. I mean, I'd love to do a Joe Miranda video, or a Ty Bomba video, but I don't think these guys even have a telephone. I don't know, I'm just saying that. Oh, yeah, it's who else? Mike Bertuccelli. I got to interview Mike Bertuccelli. He told me to hold off. And John Butterfield asked me to hold off. Check out everything you wanted to know about war games, but we're afraid to ask. We briefly touched the topic concerning getting older and simpler in our grognard years. And you know what? I want to talk to Mark Herman about this. He wanted to come onto the show, but there was a misunderstanding with the emails. My fault, obviously. And it'd be interesting to have him, John Butterfield, guys who have been around and know their stuff concerning war games. The golden agers of war games, if I can say that respectfully. Please support this channel and have a good weekend. Be nice. No reason not to be nice. I mean, I work at a palliative care center where some people are not nice, or they have no courtesy for the people, the residents, the people that work there, and it's a union mentality, and here in Quebec, the union mentality is disgusting, because you got some really uneducated sons of bitches that have been working in the system because all they can do is the same thing over and over again for 40 years. They don't even have a high school leaving thing. And I'm not saying people who have not gone to high school are idiots, but these particular people are totally the morons. How can you be stupid like that? Anyways. Have a good weekend. Be nice.